Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. Yeah, this is one of those accountability type videos. So let me tell you the story. It's another group on Facebook that I'm in, and we have this thing where on Wednesdays we sort of show off something that we're proud of, or like a hobby or something. And I was like, oh, look at my nail polish collection. And it's not a nail polish like Facebook group, but somebody in the group said, "Oh, I'm really envious of your collection. I really wish I had more nail polishes. I'm looking for purple nail polishes, but they're just too expensive." And I said, "Listen, don't worry. I'll sort something out for you. I've got loads of polishes that I'm just about to donate that I've destashed." So I pulled out 3 polishes for her. One was a polish for days from a Pride collection a few years ago. It's called BU, and I ended up getting 2 of those, so I had a spare one, so I sent her that. And she was also interested in like a Butter London that I've got, which only had like half a bottle of it. So I just pulled like 2, I ended up sending her 3 purple nail polishes. What was the other one? The other one was I can't even remember. It was like a bright purple, like a Barney bright purple. I can't even remember what it was, but yeah, I while I was in the Destash bin, you can guess where I'm going with this. There were some polishes in there that I thought, why am I destashing these? What's going on here? Why have I put these in the Destash bin? For different reasons. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 indies and 5 like mainstream polishes. 4 of those are S's, and I thought, let me just check that I'm doing the right thing here, because I'm not entirely sure. But before I go on, let me tell you what's on my nails is a polish that I did in a recent video. I'm not sure whether perhaps it'll be the last video, the one that was like before this one. Anyway, it's this one here. It's a quixotic polish, and it's called I'm Here. And I was swatching my shimmery blues, and it just really stood out at me on the swatch wheel, and I thought, I'm going to pull that out, and this is me wearing it. It's kind of, I think it looks better on the swatch wheel than it does on my nails, but that might just be because my nails are a bit short and stumpy at the moment. But it does have that beautiful shimmer in there. It's very noticeable, and it's very kind of metallic. So yeah, it's a kind of blurple. It's definitely more of a blue, but it's got so much. Yeah, it looks purple there, but honestly, and it is blue. It's definitely blue, with a big purple iridescent, pinky purple iridescent shimmer. So yeah, that's I'm Here by Quixotic. That's what's on my nails. So let's start with that, actually. In the Destash bin, let's see if they need to go back in the bin or back in my collection. Was because of that Quixotic, I thought, hang on, here's another one. What am I doing destashing this? And I've got a feeling that this one, the reason I'm destashing it, or I was destashing it, it's got a beautiful shimmer and some flakes, which is always a soft spot for me. But I think it's changed colour from when I first got it, and I didn't get it that long ago, like, considering a lot of the polishes in my collection are like 10 years old. People have got children who are older than some of my nail polishes. But this one isn't that old, but I think it started off as more purple, and it's gone kind of pinky. I don't know, it was because it changed its colour quite a bit. However, because I like the Quixotic that I've got on my nails, I pull this out thinking, I'm not so sure I do want to destash this one. It does look pretty, and I am a sucker for that shimmer. I wonder if I thought I had something else that was similar, but I mean, I can't think of what that would be off the top of my head. And this is a lovely, like, spring polish. You know what worries me about destashing is you might be destashing in the summer, for example, and if you're a seasonal wearer, you're looking at polishes. You're looking at nail polishes that are winter and thinking, oh, no, I'm not really feeling it. But that's because it's spring when you're doing the Destash. Am I making sense? Anyway, let's see what this is like on a second coat. I may be keeping it. Another one is this, I think it's Bee's Knees. Is it Bee's Knees? I think this was, Bee's Knees that used to have the, like the really big flat bottles. And then I think they changed the bottle shape. But look at how beautiful these flakes are in this blue. And I know I haven't got anything like this. Like, why am I destashing something that's unique? And this is called Ebira? I don't know. No idea. And I don't know what this label is. It's definitely Bee's Knees. I think maybe it was because I thought I had too many of these, this type of blue. Or maybe it was because it was like, oh, it's too jellyish. But it has to be for these flakes. They are very noticeable flakes. Maybe it's because it needs 3 coats. Well, let's see. There must have been a reason that I decided I was destashing it. But now I'm having second thoughts. And then, okay, with the next 3 from the same brand. And I can't even remember. I was doing some swatching recently. And I was swatching a painted polish, and I remember talking, oh no, I know what it is. I got some painted polish recently from Rainbow Connection because of a Kelly Marissa video, and I love them. I've worn them both. They were from that Spring Clean collection, a blue one and a kind of yellowy, mustardy chartreuse green. And I really like them both, and it reminded me that painted polish do some amazing Crellies, and the formulas are brilliant. Anyway, look at this. I found these 3. These 3 could be in their own collection. They're probably not. They're from different collections. We've got Let It Dough, Orange You Scared, and Slime Time. Look at that. Those colours together would be a beautiful autumn collection. And for some reason I decided I wasn't that keen. I think it's because I thought I've got quite a few neutral Crellies, but actually looking at the polishes that I've got pulled out for a neutral video that's going to be coming up in the next few weeks, I haven't got anything like, why am I putting polishes in the Destash that I haven't got anything like them? I don't understand why I'm doing that, unless it's something to do with the formula, so we'll see on the swatch wheel. This one, I just thought, it's that kind, I think this is the shade on this one. It's because it's kind of brown, but there is a bit of orange in there, but it's not a sort of pumpkin orange. It is an unusual shade. And then this one is, it's slime green lime, and it's got huge, massive multi-chrome flakes. You would think that this is a typical Claire polish, so I don't know why I've put this in the Destash. I'm kind of like confused, which is always a worry, isn't it, when you're destashing. Let me just straighten this mat out. So let's start with this one, Let It Dough. Yeah, they are brilliant formulas. Well, Claire, what are you doing? This isn't going to be destashed. Oh, I've put a little bit too much on the brush there, but that's gorgeous. I mean, come on. That's a beautiful, beautiful. It's lovely. Neutral with all of those different coloured glitters. They're not multi-chrome. They're just completely different. Like Christmas colours. So that makes sense then. Let It Dough, like Let It Snow. So that's obviously from a Christmas collection. Orange You Scared sounds like it's from a Halloween collection or theme, maybe. Maybe I didn't think this. No, this is a lovely colour. Oh, thought, I'm kicking myself. Like, I'm not going to be, this is going back in my collection. What am I doing? This is the worry with destashing. I would never, ever have gone back and pulled these out if it hadn't have been for somebody asking for purple nail polishes. This, is it because it doesn't suit my skin tone? No, it's fine. I don't know. And then this one, maybe it's, I mean, that is an ugly, pretty green, but it's gorgeous for the autumn. What on earth am I doing? Painted polish are beautiful polishes. This is gorgeous. What am I doing? Why am I making such ridiculous decisions? Right, these three are all going back in my collection. Like, there's not even before I put a second coat on them. I'm kicking myself. That's insane. Yeah, all of them up to now, but these are beautiful formulas. They're gorgeous. Painted Polish are amazing, amazing, amazing brand. Okay, the next one is an Emily de Molly. Again, fabulous brand. This one's called Double Cross, and it looks like it's a black or very, very dark blue with, again, a ton of multi-chrome flakes. I wonder if I was just thinking I had too many sort of autumn polishes. I don't know. But again, I just thought, let me just check with this one. No, it is, it's like a navy blue, I think. I mean, I could have been being very, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Really harsh in with my destashing and thinking, no, I've got something like this already. But looking again at the neutrals that are in front of me for a video that I've got coming up, I mean, I've got this, which is very much a kind of glittery black, but nothing, I can't really see anything that's a flaky, like this is, it's like, I don't know, like a grey maybe rather than a blue. Honestly, I'm confused about why. I'm so glad that I'm swatching these, and I'm glad that you're seeing my crazy brain in overdrive about whether to destash or not destash. This one is a Moonshine Mani, and I have got a couple of Moonshine Manis, but this is a sage green, which is gorgeous, and it's one of my favourite shades of green. I love this type of green. It's a beautiful sort of neutral green shade. This mat's driving me up the wall. I keep moving it and then it's like bunching up here. This, by the way, it's called Safe to Sage. And it's got lots of delicate, not as big as the these two here, the painted polishes ones, but it's more of a crushed multi-chrome flake, but it looks beautiful. I know I've worn this and been really impressed with it. Oh yeah, it is a sage green. Again, I'm trying to think of that other green but it's not. It's not the other green that I always forget the name of, which is Celadon green. That's I've remembered it, but it's not. This is sage green, and it's lovely, and it's a beautiful formula, and a gorgeous neutral green shade. So that's another one that I'm glad I pulled out of the collection. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 indie polishes that I've just pulled out of my destash. And the other thing as well, because I've not like sold any, I've like separated the indies that I'm destashing, and which is in a smaller kind of box, and then a bigger box which has got all the mainstream polishes, and like drugstore, supermarket type nail polishes. And I hesitate sometimes with the indies, even though I'm destashing and I might have a dupe, because this is going to sound really snobby, but unless you're a nail polish enthusiast and a nail polish collector, a lot of people don't realise that they've got an indie and that it's actually cost quite a bit of money and it's been handmade and it's very unique. So I always want to pass the indies on to people that actually appreciate them. I don't know, what should I do with my indies that I'm going to destash? I've put them, I've done like a destash shop, but it's just like a couple of people, and it's a hell of a job, like, you know, packing everything up and messing about, putting them in the post and everything. Unless people really want them. So I don't know anyway, I'm going way off on a tangent and we're 15 minutes in already and I've still got 5. Let's do these ones quickly. The S's. I've got this one here which is Why Less Is More, and it's got this gorgeous, for an Essie, again it's like a really, the bottle needs cleaning. I think that obviously I picked this up from TK Maxx because you can see where the sticker has been. But this, I seem to remember, is like a beautiful sort of sable pink, and it was a great formula. Yeah, the Essie wide brush as well. Yeah, it's lovely. That's a really nice pink, and I'm sure I've worn it. And I was quite impressed with it because of the shimmer in there for Essie. This one is the Bestest, which is it's a gorgeous blue, like a grey blue. I'm sure I've probably got something similar somewhere, maybe. Yeah, it is a grey. It's a grey with a hint of blue, but it's a fantastic formula. S's can be a bit hit and miss. Why am I getting rid of S's with good formulas? You tell me what's going through my mind. And then I've got 2 greens here. This is an old one. This is Vested Interest. Honestly, beautiful shade, like a grey green, dark grey green. And this is another sage green, kind of similar to, well, a bit paler actually than Safe to Sage, but this is Belief in Yourself. And I think this is another one from that I picked up in TK Maxx. So yeah, let's go with this one first. And I seem to remember, yeah, wide brush, that's ticking the box. Amazing formula. And this is a gorgeous shade actually. It's a very kind of greyed out sage. That's unusual. I don't think I've got anything like this. That's a really pretty neutral. Am I really going to be keeping all these that I've just pulled out of the Destash? That's quite worrying. Vested Interest. I've had this for a long time. Maybe, I don't know why. Let's see. Maybe I just got fed up with it. Yeah, it's the old brush, the thin Essie brush, and the thin formula. Like, unlike this one, which was just these two beautifully opaque. I think this one is going back in the Destash bin. That's the only justified one so far, because I do think I probably have something similar in another shade. Yeah, I've got a feeling that this was like a Claire Compares and it lost out. Although with 2 coats, it has levelled out a little bit. Oh, those thin brushes though. And then this last one, how many times do I say I love these NYC Fancy Dotties and that they're the best speckled polishes? And you can't get them here, I don't think. I don't think you can get NYC polishes in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is because, look at this. I've got another blue here. So I've got 2 blues. This is a very, very, very pale, like baby blue. This is Midtown Muse. And this one is a bit darker, but it's still a pale blue, and this is Nolita's Lolita. So for some reason I decided to keep this one, but destash this one. But it's a fancy dotty. The fancy dotties are amazing. It's gorgeous. Why am I getting rid of it? Look at that. Yeah. And actually, I don't think I have that many like really pale, like real baby blue. Most of my blues start from more of a kind of like cloudy sky blue sort of pastel. Nothing really this pale. And it's a fancy dotty, so straight away, the way I'm feeling today is I'm keeping it. The only one maybe that I will be destashing back again is the Vested Interest. Let me see what everything looks like on a second coat. So yeah, there we go. They're all beautiful. I've got a feeling as I was going through them, these two here, the two S's, Belief in Yourself, this one, and the Bestest, I think they are very similar to You Don't Know Me and maybe there's a what do you call it, a Zoya that I've got that Kat sent me, Caitlin. It seems very similar to that blue grey, but I don't, you know what, I don't care. They're wide brush S's and they're beautiful, unusually for Essie and this pale, almost one coat formulas, so I am keeping them. But I think that's kind of justified why they were probably destashed. They're all gorgeous. I'm definitely keeping all of the indies. That's Truth Seeker. I don't care that it's changed colour. It's changed into a beautiful colour, whatever it was before. That's insane that I was thinking of getting rid of this one. Look at the flakes in that. And the blue, it's beautiful. This is Eriba. These three here are the gorgeous painted polishes. Let It Dough, Orange You Scared, which is that kind of persimmon. It's more of like a reddish orange. This one is so unusual. Maybe I thought at the time, oh, it's a bit much, you know, maybe it's a bit too ugly rather than ugly pretty. But no, I'm keeping it. It's beautiful. The formula's gorgeous, and those flakes are massive. Double Cross. Look how beautiful that is, that polish. It's just full of flakes. Emily de Molly Double Cross. Safe to Sage that's a really nice, like, neutral sage green. Keeping these two. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go put this back in the, sorry, Vested Interest, you didn't make the cut, but it's because of that ridiculous thin brush. Yeah, so that was the only thing. Plus, I do think I've got maybe an OPI that's a similar shade to this. And I'm keeping the Fancy Dotty because Fancy Dotties are amazing. They are brilliant speckled polishes. So this was a huge, like, long video of me trying to justify why I'm pulling these polishes out of my destash. But I think I'm doing the right thing. And you know what's worrying me? I'm trying not to think too much about, over the years, polishes that I've destashed that just make me think, I wonder if I'd have done the same thing and gone back looking for polishes thinking, oh, I mean, what I had to do was, like, I had them all bagged up in like little bags of 5, so I was opening each of them to look for the purple polish that this woman wanted. And as I was in there, I was like, oh, hello, what are you doing here? Why am I? So it was an experience. Anyway, I'm glad I've shared it with you. I'm definitely keeping them. What do you think? Should I just put them all back? No, I'm not going to put any of them back. I'm going to, well, apart from Vested Interest. Yeah, this is an old one. I've had it for ages. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Let me know what you think about destashing and destashing regrets. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.